Okay, designers, in this video we're going to export this model for 3D print with the Ultimaker printers, but we're going to do something a little bit advanced, and that is we are going to actually use the Dual Extrusion feature in this video to print these or manufacture this model as you see it on the screen. So the main body will be in blue, and this part here, which is designated as a switch, that will be printed in orange. Now before we go any further, you should know that we have the printers set up in the studio for dual extrusion using the best kind of color contrasts we have available to us. So if you want to know what the different colors that are available, best to just physically go to the printers and check the colors. I happen to know that one of our printers has blue and a orange, I think it is, or yellow. It's actually yellow. They have a blue and yellow loaded into the printer, and so even though this button appears as orange, it's probably going to come out yellow, and that's okay. The prerequisite for all of this to work is that you need to have your bodies exported as components. So I have two components here. One of them is named button, as you can see, and the other one is named body. Another thing I've had to do for this video only is just make some slight modifications to this model because it is actually too big for the printer, a common problem and something that we'll look at in a different video. So let's get to it. The first thing is, once you have your components ready, you right click and choose Save as Mesh. In my case, a menu appears and you can see that component is already selected. I'm going to leave the format as STL, it will be millimeters. Medium refinement is good. I'm going to choose output to 3D printer. Now I have already set up Cura as a slicer for output, so when I click OK, you'll see that it jumps into my Cura, and you'll see that the button component is sitting there waiting. I'll come back to Fusion now, and I'll select the main body, and again I'm going to right click on that body and choose Save as Mesh, and same thing again, won't change any settings. I'll click OK, and now you'll see if I just change our view here, we have both of the components loaded into this particular printer, which is printer 1. It has yellow and it has blue loaded inside. And I'm going to, like we see here in Fusion, the main body is blue, and I'll make the button in this case yellow. So I'll just select this component and make sure it is blue. Okay, and then I'm going to check the button is yellow. You can change the colors over here for the materials, and then I will right click here and choose Select All Models. So both of those components are now selected, and then right click again and choose Merge. Now it will intelligently know that that part is merged at that position. It's pretty smart. And the next challenge we have is how to print this part. Now you can see it's up on an angle. Also the this aspect of the design is filleted, it's rounded, so it's a pretty complex part actually to print. This is a prototype, of course, so I just need to get it out of the printer and check that the object or the product that actually this is meant to fit around, just to make sure that that works. So I'm not too concerned about the print quality, I just want to do a check. I'll just flip it down, you can see no striped lines. That means it fits in the printer, and we can look at it from different angles just to be sure. You can see I also sometimes just like to use the Arrange All Models to let it be arranged into the center. And then we can check our print profile. This is going to come out on a print profile of fast, which I want, and I'm going to use cubic for my infill pattern, and I'm going to use 10 for the infill itself. That will just make the print a little bit faster. Okay, and also we want to check the build plate adhesion is brim. That's pretty good. I'll now slice it up, and you can see it's going to take quite a bit of time for this print. I'll go over to the preview. We can get a sense of layer by layer how this is going to be printed, and you'll see it's going to lay a bit of filament down first, and then we'll see it's going to slowly start to close that gap. It's a circular gap, print around right up to the end there. Okay, and now I press print, and that has been a quick demonstration of how to use dual extrusion and modify the part so that it fits appropriately in the printer.